Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak and welcome back to Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. Last time we beat the game, and this time I'm going to show off some of the extra stuff that this game has. So you can delete your file like I showed off in the beginning, but once you beat the game you get a sound check and and boss battles. That's what it was, not theater. Theater is already in there. So you collect those cards at the end of the bonus games, and you can pick up enemy info in which you can find out the names of all the bosses, almost positive all the characters as well. Any enemy in the game will be here, and it'll tell you their name as well as their power-up that they give you, such as Chili's Ice, Propeller's Ice as well. Splitter doesn't die, but Sir Kibble's Cutter, stuff like that. Turbite's Electricity, Nruff. Oh, that's his name, Nruff. Yeah. But yeah, so you can collect them. You get cards randomly. Theater mode is just every cutscene in the game, so you can just see all the cutscenes one after another if you want. Then you also have sound check, which is every sound effect in the game as well as every song in the game as well. So that's pretty neat. Not to my knowledge, I don't believe there's any cheat codes in this game, to any of my knowledge, but you have just random sound effects and music. I didn't show off the boss fight in this game, but boss battles is also there. But the main thing that this game offers is minigames, and you can play this with up to 4 people, I believe. And so 100-yard dash is the first minigame. There are 4 difficulties for each minigame, and one thing I love about the minigames is that you get to play as any character. So of course we're going to play as Waddle Dee, my boy, and we're going to play this on easy, and I'm going to show off all the games. You don't get anything for beating them, so keep that in mind. One button is to jump once, one button is to jump twice, or over 2 spaces, and if you get stuck, you go back to the space that you were at originally. Simple game, not really my favorite one, most definitely. I'm pretty bad at this one. Also, I suck at this game, but in general. As you can tell, I'm pretty bad at it. I tend to get confused in like counting the spaces. Like I don't know why, I just can't do that really quickly. So you're gonna really like seeing me struggle throughout all the harder difficulties. I will show you the slight differences within easy, normal, hard, and intense. I believe is the hardest difficulty. But yep, so that was easy. And we did that as Waddle Dee, so that's great. And that's a standard Kirby song. That's always amazing. I love this song. And like that, I came in first place. I got the best score. You can beat it, most definitely, because I'm bad at this game. That's the one thing I don't like, is that it forces you out of the minigame options. So let's play as Adeline for the normal playthrough. Oops, I hit easy by mistake. My bad. That's not what I meant. Play another game. There we go. One. I said Adeline, and then normal. Nice. Alright. And so it changes the background. Also, you can have multiples of the characters playing at the same time. So I'm Adeline, but there's also a computer player as Adeline as well. Bananas will make you slip up, so don't step on the bananas. I'm getting pretty beaten right now, pretty bad by that one computer. The other Adeline, it looks like, is in the lead. I don't know if there's really like a good strategy for this. Like, I don't know if the best strategy is to just go 1 space at a time until you need to jump over something. I don't know if that's a good strategy. I'm pretty bad at it, so I mean, I wouldn't really listen to me talk about this. I don't believe you get anything for beating all the minigames on the hardest difficulties. At least not to my knowledge. I mean, you could, but I have no idea. So we can play another game, and then we can go straight into minigames. I think I hit quit by accident. That's probably what happened last time. So let's try King Dedede. And here's what the hard level looks like. Looks like they're in mud of some kind with like star clouds in the air. And there's 3 Dededes. So I'm going to assume there's 4 colors for each character, the normal, pink, a Waddle Dee color, and I'm going to assume like a greenish color for Adeline. At least that's what I'm assuming. You have like a regular D2D, a Kirby D2D, a Waddle Dee D2D. So many D2Ds. But yeah, these minigames are pretty fun. They're a nice little distraction from the main game. I'd really only play one of them, like, in my own time. Like, I feel like I could definitely, like, come back to this game and play one of the minigames. It's the last minigame. It's the third one. I forgot the name of it. But, yeah, I definitely... It's the last one. That one's really fun. So now we're going to play as Kirby on the intense difficulty. And we're in, like, a water field, it looks like. And we gotta jump over these fishes. There's turtles everywhere that can screw you over. I clearly did not win. This race is super hard. I mean, granted, it's on intense difficulty. I wasn't expecting like an easy fucking time here, but boy, was it not what I was expecting. This one's pretty difficult. Don't land on the lily pads. They are fake floors. Like, fake news. And Waddle Dee, my boy Waddle Dee won, and then Adeline beat me, and then there I go, just messing up even worse, and then I came in fourth. So good for you, Waddle Dee. You beat me, but I'm still in the lead. I got 2 stars. So then after that mini game, we're gonna check out Bumper Crop Bump, jeez, which is the next minigame, in which you have to collect fruit. And as the fruit fall, you can push the other characters out of the way. And this game is pretty fun. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but it's definitely a fun challenge. Better than the 100-foot jump one. Especially on the harder difficulties. Like, I'd say hard is probably a really is a lot more fun than maybe intense. Because in intense, as you're going to be seeing later on in the video, you're just going to be shoved around like no tomorrow. At least on hard mode, it's pretty fun and simple, and it feels like you're playing against like human characters who aren't spamming the buttons, you know. So yeah, all you gotta do is just collect the fruit. On the harder difficulties, you gotta watch out for the bombs that drop. I don't know if I showed off the bombs and what they do, but if the bombs land in your basket, I believe you lose all your earnings. So like everything that you caught just kind of goes to 0. My only issue with this minigame is that it lasts really long. So like, I feel like the only way to make this minigame better is if there was like a limit to the amount of fruit that you get. So like whoever gets to 20 first or something wins. Or I don't know, maybe like just shortening the time a little bit. I feel like that would make things a lot more fun. But that's pretty much it. That's all I would say about it. It's a simple minigame, but it's pretty fun nonetheless. There I go, winning again, cause Kirby. Let's try with D2D next on normal. And now it looks like it's, well, it looked like it was summer last time, so now it's fall, it seems like. That's pretty neat. I like the change in scenery. But we're still catching hearts and grapes and tomatoes and apples and whatever. And there's a bomb right there. I don't know if you can walk into the explosion. I haven't experienced that. But yeah, I think the challenge really comes from whether or not the computer is going to spin out of the way, you know, and like move you. Because like sometimes it's like they're about to like catch something and then they just move you out of the way. And then like you end up getting it sometimes. It's really weird. But I like to like distance myself from the other characters so that they can leave me alone and I can catch some stuff. But that's kind of bad because sometimes they'll try and do the same thing and they'll end up catching a bunch of stuff. So I mean, there's really not much to say about this minigame other than you catch fruit and you dodge and you push the computers out of the way. But like just staying alone, it seems to be working pretty well considering. Oh yeah, like right there. So Adeline got hit by the bomb and she lost all her fruit, however much she had. So I don't know if like if I have 20 fruits, let's say, and then like I get my bomb if I lose all of them, or if it's just like you lose a certain amount. And Adeline just so happens to be under that amount. I don't know. I'm going to assume you lose all of them. But yeah, and then here's the last fruit. And I won with 25. That's pretty neat. And next up on the chopping block is my boy Waddle Dee on hard mode versus King Dedede, Adeline, and Adeline wearing Kirby colors. Just like get out of my way. Yeah, and like as you can tell on hard mode, everyone's like much more aggressive. They're gonna start flipping you. They're gonna come after you if you're alone for too long. They're gonna start like pushing each other on the right timing to grab the fruit. So it's pretty fun. Seems like it's spring now, but we're still catching like peaches and apples and pears and whatever. Hearts. And there are more bombs that drop now. I think the bombs start looking like some of the fruit, so eventually you'll see like a heart or an apple just start to fall, but there's a wick on it, and if you catch those, that'll explode. Unless we saw that in the last difficulty too. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention to the explosions, to be quite honest with you. But it definitely seems like the timer gets quicker the harder it gets. Like it seems like it doesn't last as long, even though I know that's not true. It's all set to the same time limit. But I don't know, I guess it's, yeah, right there. So like there's a heart bomb right there. It's a bomb. I guess that's just because like you're more focused on trying to beat out whoever's in the lead. And here comes the fruit rush, which usually means that the minigame is about to end. Probably got the most points here. Yep, flip Dedede out of the way. Let's get some fruit. It looks like Adeline is in the lead. Oh, actually, Dedede also had the same. Everyone. I was gonna say Adeline was in the lead under me, but yeah. Anyway, and the last difficulty, we're gonna leave it up to Adeline. If I can pick Adeline, there we go. I didn't mean that. Let's try that again. Oops. There we go. Intense mode. Alrighty, and here we're up in the clouds, and we're trying to catch these gems from the rainbows. Don't ask me how this makes sense. Just go with it. Maybe these are like the rainbow fruits. There's a gay joke in there somewhere. So on intense mode, it just seems like the AI just starts whipping out the A button spamming, honestly. They're just mashing the A button, trying to push you out of the way, waiting until you're ready. And there's a lot more bombs. Like bombs are much more frequent. So if you're not paying attention to what you're getting, gotta be careful, because sometimes it'll be a bomb that falls and not a crystal. And right there, I was afraid to move. I didn't want to pick that up and lose. Horribly. You know, I was doing pretty well, all things considered, until I started getting pushed around by everyone. And that's the worst too. It's like they like push one character pushes you out of the way, and then like everyone starts pushing you out of the way. Really annoying. And like, now I can't catch up to Kirby or King Dedede. So yeah, I guess that's like the one time where the staying alone strategy doesn't work. Who's in the lead? Is it Kirby? Kirby's in the lead. Kirby's kicking my butt. Yep, and just like that, Kirby won with a staggering 8-19. Oh, I thought I was going to catch that last one. Did I come in last? Oh no, I beat Waddle Dee. Alright, I beat my boy, Waddle Dee. And now for Checkerboard Chase, the best minigame in this game. I actually really enjoy playing this one. Like, I'd probably go out of my way to play this one. So this one's pretty simple. You walk on a grid and you press A and you drop the floor underneath your opponents. If you drop your opponents 5 times, they lose. Last one standing wins. After a certain amount of time, the board starts to shrink, and that's when the game gets really intense. So it's pretty fun. I actually spent a lot longer than what I showed off here. Like, normally I just kind of play the games once and then whatever. I actually spent quite a bit of time playing it on intense mode. Like, intense mode got really fun. So I'd recommend playing this one. Like, I'd recommend like a Bomberman style game like this. I love Bomberman, you know? So like, why not have a Bomberman style game about dropping floorboards or something like that? Even if it's like really short, that'd be really fun. And the stars reset every time you quit and go back to the minigame. So it's like, I'm doing this all in one take. This is like all one session that I just cut down to be about like 20-ish minutes. And then like the rest of the session is the boss rush that I did. I'm going to actually re-record the boss rush. I want to see if I can beat it. If not, then you'll see my first video. So there'll be that. But I want to see if I can beat it. I haven't beaten it. I got to in the boss rush, I got to HR-R, the robot boss, but I couldn't beat that phase. I died to the clap, and I could only barely ever make it to him because I kept getting hit by picks, and then by the time I made it to Magman, I'd like mess up and have like 2 or 3 health, and then HR-R would kill me like super quickly. So it's me versus D2D, D2D versus D2D, and D2D wins. I said D2D wins. Yeah. This D2D ain't no bitch. Alrighty. And next up is Adeline. And Adeline's going to play the hard mode. All that changes is the difficulty of the computers and the colors of the boards. That's really nothing new changes. I don't know if the board actually shrinks faster. I don't think it does. I will say I got pretty lucky on the hard mode one. Quite honestly. I feel like the intense is really fun, but I just got super lucky here. Like I was playing like shit. And it's like I kind of suck at this game too, but it's like not more than like the actual game. I think I'm just bad at getting set up on. Like I tend to get set up really badly on. You gotta be careful being on the edges too, especially if like you're in an area where there's only like 2 blocks. If you're on the edge and the grid breaks, you will die. Right there, I killed D2D number 3. There goes D2D number 2. And then there's my luck. I got lucky right there because they're both lined up. And then I died, but it counted that I still won, so good for me, I guess. And now we're going to play it on hard mode with my boy, Waddle Dee. And this is the intense mode of it. This is the attempt I actually won after about like an hour and a half of playing. Normally what I do is I just play it once. If I win or lose, whatever. Just want to show off what the intense mode looks like. But this one I actually, even though I lost the first time, I just kept coming back to it. I was having a blast playing this. Yeah, and don't get stuck on like the corners either. If you get stuck on the corners, you're pretty much screwed because anyone can get you. And I thought I was playing pretty poorly, honestly, until I got really lucky. Again, pretty much I got pretty lucky on the hard mode, hard and difficult and the intense mode. But there was my last life. But now everyone's on 1 life, and then like they killed each other, and it was just me and Adeline. And then it was really just like since I attacked first, I won. So I got super lucky there. And I was like, oh, who won? And it was me. It was Waddle Dee. is the best. So anyway, that does it for this video. In the next one, we're going to be taking on the boss rush. And I will see you guys then. Peace.